the spirit of cooperative combat. Victory through the support of the Lord and fellowship, Exodus 17, 8-16. The Amalekites came and attacked the Israelites at Rephidim. 9. Moses said to Joshua, "Choose some of our men and go out to fight the Amalekites. Tomorrow I will stand on top of the hill with the staff of God in my hands." 10. So Joshua fought the Amalekites as Moses had ordered, and Moses, Aaron, and Hur went to the top of the hill. 11. As long as Moses held up his hands, the Israelites were winning. But whenever he lowered his hands, the Amalekites were winning. 12. When Moses' hands grew tired, Aaron and Hur held his hands up, one on one side, one on the other, so that his hands remained steady until sunset. 13. So Joshua overcame the Amalekite army with the sword. 14. Then the Lord said to Moses, "Write this on a scroll as something to be remembered, and make sure that Joshua hears it, because I will completely blot out the name of Amalek from under heaven." 15. Moses built an altar and called it, "The Lord is my banner." 16. He said, "Because hands were lifted up against the throne of the Lord will be at war against the Amalekites from generation to generation." From the above Bible passage, we see that the victory of God's people does not come from military strength or the talent of an individual, but from the power of God poured out through the unity, support, and cooperation of an entire community of faith. This passage not only narrates a historical battle between the Israelites and the Amalekites, but also vividly depicts the spiritual battle and an effective model of service. Part 1. The context of two fronts. 1. The war takes place simultaneously in two places. In the lowlands, Joshua and the soldiers directly fight the enemy. This is an image of action, effort, and combat in practice. On the hill, Moses stood praying, holding up the staff of God. This is an image of dependence, intercession, and connection with heavenly power. 2. The limitations of an individual. Moses, despite being a great leader, still had human limitations. Moses' hands grew tired. When his hands lowered, the Israelites began to lose. This shows that no individual, no matter how much grace they have received, can fully and continuously carry out God's work alone. Fatigue and weakness are inevitable. 3. The solution of the teammates. Noticing Moses' weakness, Aaron and Hur took action. They did not replace Moses' role, but they supported him in that role. They brought a stone for Moses to sit on, creating stability. Each stood on one side, holding up Moses' hands, creating endurance. This action carries profound theological significance. They joined forces to maintain the spiritual connection for the entire nation. This is the image of team spirit in ministry. Aaron and Hur understood that victory did not depend solely on Joshua in the valley, but also on Moses' persistent prayer on the hill. 3. The result of cooperation. Moses' hand did not waver until sunset. Joshua defeated Amalek with the sword. Victory is the combined result of the power of God, the staff of the Lord, Moses' intercession, the support of Aaron and Hur, the battle of Joshua and the soldiers, the altar Jehovah Nissi, "The Lord is my banner," was then established not only to honor the Lord alone, but also as a symbol reminding that under his banner, the people won when they united together. Part 2. In-depth analysis of theological meaning. Act 1. The staff of God, a symbol of power and authority. Moses did not carry an ordinary weapon up the hill, but the staff of God. Verse 9. This is the staff that parted the Red Sea and caused water to flow from the rock, meaning the staff itself has no power. It is a symbol of the authority and power of God himself. Moses raising the staff is an act declaring that this battle does not belong to Israel, but to the Lord. Victory depends entirely on his intervention. 2. Two fronts. Prayer and action. The battle takes place simultaneously on two fronts, both equally important. On the hill, the spiritual front. Moses, representing intercession and communion with God. When his hands are raised, he is connecting the people to the source of divine power. This is a battle of dependence. The lowland, the front line. Joshua and the soldiers fighting. This is a battle of action and obedience. The lesson here is that true faith is never passive. The church cannot just pray without acting, nor can it act without prayer and reliance on God. Intercession on the hill will empower service in the valley. 3. The limitations of the leader and the power of support. This is the focus of the passage. Moses, a great leader, still had human limitations. Moses' hands grew tired. His fatigue directly affected the outcome of the battle. The appearance of Aaron and Hur, they did not grab the staff or replace Moses. Instead, they did the most necessary thing. They supported their leader. They placed a stone for him to sit on, creating stability, and each held up one of his hands, creating endurance. Theological meaning. This perfectly illustrates the priestly office of every believer. Everyone has a role. Not everyone is Moses, the pastor, the main leader, but everyone can be an Aaron or Hur. The role of supporting, encouraging, interceding, and assisting the leader is an extremely important and necessary ministry for the entire church to be victorious. 4. Jehovah Nissi, the Lord is my banner. After the victory, Moses built an altar and called it Jehovah Nissi, which means the Lord is my banner. A banner, the flag, is a symbol of victory, presence, and a gathering point. By declaring the Lord as the banner, Moses affirmed that this victory belongs to the Lord. He is the reason and the source of strength for the victory. The Lord is the rallying point of the people. The people fight and win when they unite under his banner. Part 3. Application for Christian life. 1. For leaders, pastors, evangelists. Humbly acknowledge your own limitations. Do not try to become a superhero who carries everything. Proactively seek and build a team of associates, those like Aaron and Hur, who can pray, share burdens, and support you. Trust and delegate responsibilities to the Joshuas in the church, creating opportunities for them to commit to serving. 2. For each believer. Ask yourself, who am I in the church's battle? Don't just be a spectator. Be an Aaron or Hur. The most practical way is to pray specifically and faithfully for your leader. Check in, encourage, and protect them from criticism. Be a Joshua. Actively participate in ministries, evangelism work, visiting and serving in the church. Practice the principle of 2 are better than 1, teaching 4.9. Find a companion in faith to study the Bible, pray, and hold each other accountable together. Join a group or small fellowship to experience the support and warmth of fellowship. God's work is too great for any individual to do alone. Only when we stand together under the banner of Jehovah Nissi, with the one who prays, the one who supports, and the one who acts united, will the church truly experience great victories for the glory of his name. In conclusion, a tired person will lead to failure, but a tired person supported by 2 others will bring great victory to an entire nation. That is the power of cooperation, the beauty of teamwork in the work of the Lord. Don't try to be a hero alone. Find companions, become a support for others, so that together we can raise high the banner of Jehovah Nissi and experience his victory. Amen. Please support by liking and subscribing to the channel. Thank you.